With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
Welcome to today's game between the Massillon Tigers and your Alliance Aviators. Starting lineups. For Massillon, number 13 in left field, Noah Jenkins. At second base, number 4 in right field, Xander DeAngelis. At first base, number 12, Will Himes. Designated hitter, Drew Longwell. And he's hitting for the catcher, number 17, Rowan Shook. In second base, number 8, Isaac Maxheimer. Number 2 playing third base, Bailey Hobson. Number 1 playing center field, Alex Henthorn. Pitching, number 18, John Snyder. And playing shortstop, number 14, Mason Massari. Now for your host Aviators. Number 6, playing right field, Cam Burton. KB. Pitching, number 11, D'Angelo Fisk. Catching, number 1, Bo Davis. In center field, number 0, Lincoln Reese. At first base, number 14, Jackson Ganny. At shortstop, number 30, Charlie Eakey. At third base, number 13, Gage Lyons. At second base, number 10, Parker Woods. And in left field, number 15, Cohen Hendershot. Now, if you'll please rise for the playing of the national.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
When you think of Stark County athletics, two teams often come to mind. The perennial threat in football, the Massillon Tigers, and the perennial threat across the board, the Alliance Aviators. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Today, we take those two giants and put them on one playing field as we begin a two-game series between the Aviators and the Tigers. Hello, friends. Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Cooper Fontaine, once track practice is done, will be joining us as well on the mic. But today, a big matchup for Alliance and a big matchup for Massillon, but for two different reasons. For the Tigers, their goal is simple: improve to 2-0 on the year after a 4-2 win over Akron Firestone last week. For Alliance, they need redemption from last night, a 16-2 loss at the hands of Uniontown Lake. 2 home runs given up. A tough day at the office for them, including a 7 runs bottom of the second, or rather top of the second inning, and then a 6-run top of the 7th inning. All in all, the offense for Lake, it was on point yesterday. Alliance, a few errors, their defense shaky, but on the mound today, they will have their ace in D'Angelo Fisk. And talking about D'Lo, this will be his second appearance of the year, a perfect 0.00 ERA as he started the game against JFK Catholic, earning the win. His goal here is simple: continue his, I don't want to say rehab, but his reinstitution to baseball, as he did have an injury that he did suffer during the offseason, and get back to his best as the ace of this Alliance staff. Last year, a solid average for him on the mound with a 1.14 ERA, and in the batter's box, batting .282. YSU commit Bo Davis throws that one down to second base, and we are ready for some OHSAA baseball in Alliance, Ohio on this Tuesday of Holy Week in A-Town. Leading things off for Massillon, it is the left fielder Noah Jenkins. Jenkins last year a .11 hitter with 1 RBI and 1 double, and his goal here is simple: help this Massillon offense find their footing in 2026 in the win over Firestone. Only 4 hits, no player had more than 1. Their goal: get the offense rolling all the way around. First pitch from Fisk will miss at 4:56 for a ball, and we are ready to go between the Aviators and the Tigers. The 1-0 from Fisk. A chopper over towards third. Here comes Gage Lyons' throw across the diamond to Ganny. It's on a line for out number 1. We've talked about that connection so often during our Alliance broadcast so far this season. You talk about Friday, a great connection, especially with the swings. Yesterday, a couple of good throws cross diamond between those two. Both sophomores, both getting integrated to the varsity game. Their goal is simple: build that chemistry, and as Cooper has said often, they have known each other for a long time, and building that bond here on the varsity stage shouldn't be too difficult. Now a chance for Charlie Eakey as it's a slow chopper over towards short. His throw is not in time as Ganny came off the base. Eakey can't believe it, but that is the right call, and that will put DeAngelis on at first. A tough one there from Charlie Eakey. A very slow roller all the way out towards short. Did the right thing, charged in on it, came at it at the right angle. In the end, Ganny couldn't keep his foot planted, and that'll give Massillon their first base runner of the afternoon. And on top of that, they will be bringing in a courtesy runner. That appears to be Jaden Rudolph, the senior.
Now running Jaden Randolph, number 7.
And now the question is, will that be scored a hit or an error? I think just based on the nature of it, a hit will be more appropriate. And if that's the case, that would be number 5 of the season for Massillon. And we talked about Cooper a few moments ago. He is now with us here in the press box. We'll give him a second to get adjusted, as there is the first pitch strike from D'Angelo Fisk to Will Himes. And Cooper, officially welcome to the broadcast. How was practice?
Well, it was pretty good. Luckily, I made it home. I got my shower. I was like, oh, let's go. I'm getting here right before 5. Game started just before 5, apparently, so.
Baseball does not wait for Cooper Fontaine.
Unfortunate, I know.
Count now 1-1 on Will Himes. Last season, a .348 average along with 1 homer, and he has one of the now 5 hits on the year for the Massillon Tigers. The 1-1, good take upstairs. Looking at this Alliance defense today, a very similar defense as to what we've seen as of late, but one big change. For the first time this year, Parker Woods will be getting a start, that being over at second base.
And they're just moving him all around, as we saw kind of yesterday. After he made his first debut for the Aviators as a pitcher, they kind of just subbed him in for whoever else was playing pitcher.
And if we're going to just play the game of straight swap, it is Parker Woods in for Gavin Schrader. The 3-1 off the plate to Will Himes, and that is ball 4. Massillon 2 runners on at the top of the first, and here comes the powerful designated hitter in Drew Longwell. 1 home run last year, 1 triple, 14 RBIs for him. And you go back to last season, Cooper. 2 excellent games between these two sides. Alliance able to get the win in both 4-0 in game number 2, but to begin the season, a 2-1 win over the Tigers. A very close game all the way around.
Definitely.
And of course, offense not really part of that game.
Yeah, well, I was going to say 2 competitive teams. You kind of saw it in basketball, that overtime game, just absolutely crazy. I believe the final score was 77-81. Alliance kind of becoming back rivals with the Federal League again. They used to be in it, but they're definitely
I believe both old Federal League teams.
That's also true. Yeah.
A hard chopper over towards short. Once again, it is Eakey. His throw to Ganny on the 1-hop is in time for out number 2. A nice job there from Jackson Ganny, staying on the base and getting a solid stretch, but that will put 2 runners in scoring position for Isaac Maxheimer. But excellent redemption there for Charlie. I don't think you saw it as you were just getting here, but a tough play. Ganny's foot came off the bag as that gave Massillon their first hit of the game.
Oh, I see. But you know what? I'll tell you what, Ganny, as a sophomore, has done a fantastic job. I mean, he's been one of the defensive anchors of this team. Him and I would say KB in the outfield.
And KB will see him early on in the bottom of the first, as he is now the leadoff hitter. Switching places with Cohen Hendershot, who is now batting 9th, but we're going to save the lineup for the bottom of the first inning, not to spoil it too much. Maxheimer takes up and in for strike 1. But looking at this entire defense, Fisk on the mound, Davis behind the plate. Ganny is at first, Woods is at second, Eakey's at short, Lyons at third, and from left to right in the outfield, it's Hendershot, Reese, and Burton. And that'll set up the defense for the Alliance Aviators. But quickly a 0-2 count on Maxheimer. Fisk looking to get out of the inning here with no damage done by the Tigers, but Maxheimer last year, 8 RBIs, looking to continue that here. And a really good miss from D'Angelo Fisk.
I was going to say that was certainly a close one, but Maxheimer just squeaks past there.
Okay, now 1 ball, 2 strikes on the second baseman. The junior looking to give Massillon the opening lead. And again, missing off the plate is Fisk. But you have to be careful here to avoid loading up the bases in the top of the first. We saw just how quickly things changed in game number 1 of the week yesterday against Lake.
Yeah, that was definitely, once Lake got it going, they got it going.
Fisk's 2-2 brought the off speed, and Maxheimer turns the shoulder. We're full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the on-deck circle for Massillon, it is Hobson. A pivotal pitch here early on at the top of the inning. With 2 down, a chance for Fisk to get out of the damage. But he will have to wait, as that is the second walk of the frame. Maxheimer down 0-2 to begin. Takes 4 straight.
Unfortunate. And I will say one thing is, the Aviators have gotten their flow going, especially a lot better on the mound when D'Lo started pitching. That's what we've seen, because they played very well against JFK Catholic, but they just couldn't get into rhythm against Lake.
And to quote Pearl Jam, they need an even flow here. First pitch up and in for ball 1. You know Pearl Jam?
I'm familiar.
Little great band of the 90s out in the Seattle grunge scene.
Even flow.
We're going to get copyright struck, but there you go. Sorry. I am very happy you know that song. That has made my day, Cooper. I will say that. Here's the 1-0. Up high at eye level for ball 2. And we saw how detrimental the walks were on both sides. Schrock, he gave up one of his only runs yesterday via a free pass to Lincoln Reese. But 2 balls, no strikes on Hobson. A chance for Massillon here. And they are, just like that, 1 ball away from opening up the scoring. Trusting the defense is key, but even if this is a strike, most likely you will not see a swing here. Exactly as expected.
He's speaking it into existence already.
I don't think at this point in the game you have the green light for that.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against Massillon. I just think 3-0, you don't swing. And now 3-1, this becomes more competitive. And there is the swing out into left field, still carrying. It's Hendershot. He's underneath it, and the side is retired. Massillon will strand the bases loaded in the top of the first inning. To the bottom of the frame we go. Burton, Fisk, and Davis sets a hit when we return to Alliance High School.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
Welcome back to Alliance High School, bottom of the first inning. No score on SmeeSports as you are watching OHSAA Baseball in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Once again, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Cooper Fontaine. It'll be KB Cam Burton getting his first game of the year as the leadoff hitter for the Aviators. And we'll see how he fares. First pitch, a strike from Schneider, 0-1 the count. The junior a chance to set the table for Massillon early on in this game, and we saw what happened in the top of the inning. Their offense starting to find their footing again as, of course, in their last win last year, they played 35 runs on the Euclid Panthers.
That's just crazy. I mean, that's a football score right there.
And it'd probably be a lot worse if they played in football. I'm not going to lie to you. That might be your first quarter score.
I just meant football in general, but I agreed.
To a valid point. I mean, that Massillon team for football, basketball, you name it, always a tough out.
Stacked. Shout out to Coach Hose.
The 0-1, a chopper over towards second base. It's Max Heimer, and his throw to one is on the money. 1 up, 1 down to begin the bottom of the first inning.
But fun connection, actually. I'm going to just bring this up because I know it, but Coach Long, down in the dugout for the Aviators, went to school with Coach Hose of the Massillon Tigers, and they're good friends because Coach Long was the assistant coach for the Alliance Aviators for the basketball team for quite some time with Coach Kakura.
There you go. So many big names mentioned in one sentence. Now here comes D'Angelo Fisk as he will see a first pitch strike. We hear it with KSU Tuscarawas baseball, but we're going to bring it up here. First pitch strikes. It's so important. They have a chant for it.
I like that.
It's a good reminder as to how important it is, and so far Schneider is 2 for 2 in that department. Fisk, a drive into shallow right center field, and it'll be caught out in right for out number 2 by DeAngelis. And actually, that is just going to be a straight swap. That is Rudolph out there and right now. So interesting to see that move be made this early. But in talking to the Massillon coaches, they had a lineup in hand. They had to flip it when they got here.
Wow.
So, of course, there can be plenty of moving pieces expected today. But we'll see how that impacts the game as it goes on. Schneider again, first pitch strike. 3 for 3. Impressive.
That's admirable right there.
And for Bo Davis, a chance for him to start something here with 2 down. And we saw it in the last 2 games. 2 out rallies for Alliance. That is their forte in the bottom of the first inning. Schneider's 0-1. Lobbed in there for strike 2. Bo Davis knowing that one was going to be called. And I think a lot of this is just dealing with his speed. I wouldn't be surprised if second go around or even next inning we see some players move up a little bit in the batter's box. Schneider looking to get the Aviators in order. And he will have to wait as that one misses high. But Bo Davis, a very good protective swinger. If it's close, he can make contact, even if it is foul, and then wait for his pitch. Count now 1-2 on the YSU commit. Schneider sets and fires. Davis, a good rip off into left center field, and that one is down for a 2-out single. What did I say moments ago? Bo Davis with 2 strikes, always able to find a way to make contact.
That's just one of those, abilities that kind of comes to him, and someone that's helping him rather, to just play at the next level, like you said. YSU commit. Bo Davis is a dog.
And he's a part of that great Release Edwards squad. Another great commit on that roster, Grant Lashutka of St. Ed's. Where do you think he's going?
That's a good question. I have been seeing a lot of commitment graphics. I mean, I just saw Rowan Hoffey committed to Kent State. Don't know if you saw that. That's for cross country and track and field.
Saw that a couple weeks ago as Schneider again, another first pitch strike, but Lashutka, another Horizon League darling and a team that beat Vanderbilt in last year's tournament, Wright State. But Lashutka, he has just so many great pitches and a great hitter as well. And as we see the mid-majors of baseball continue to expand with wins like that from Wright State in the tournament, I think you are going to see a lot of guys like Bo Davis, like Grant Lashutka, enter the spotlight over the next couple of years. And I mean, look at what Sawyer has done over at Kent State.
I was going to say that Wright State one last year definitely was on my radar.
And Reese, a good drive deep to left field, still carrying. But Jenkins is able to catch up to it and retires the side. A nice job by both left fielders with a runner on and 2 down, able to track it down to end the inning. No damage done by either party in the first. Off to the second inning we go. No score on SmeeSports.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition. Off to the second inning we go at Alliance High School. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Henthorn Schneider and Marceric, 7, 8, and 9 duo for the Tigers in the top of the inning. Fisk, first pitch strike. How many times did we mention that last inning?
Quite a lot. I think every single first pitch for each batter was a first pitch strike.
At least on Schneider's end.
Right.
He's 4 for 4, and Fisk, I think there were a couple of first pitch balls. I believe the first pitch of the game was a ball. But still, a lot of first pitch strikes, and the big difference, Schneider staying with it, Fisk struggling as of late. And the key right now is settling in and establishing your strike zone with your great catcher behind the plate. Hard grounder over towards first. Ganny can't get there, and it's a leadoff base knock for Henthorn. Just snuck it right past the sophomore first baseman. What an excellent rip down the line. Perfect placement. He could not have gotten that any closer to Ganny without him getting it. Really impressive all the way around for this Massillon team, the way that they're hitting so far. You look at that scoreboard, 2 hits for them. They had 4 in the win over Firestone, so already halfway there with 3 outs recorded against them. I would say in the second inning, but of course not really the same. A beautiful bunt down the third base line. Fisk's throw is in time for out number 1. But a productive out, as we talked about on Monday. Schneider moves over his man, and that'll set up Mason Marceric, the shortstop. But that couldn't have been placed any better. There was no chance to get the lead runner going to second base, and that's your job there. And I think we're going to see Massillon, just like Alliance, play a lot of small ball, as we did last year in 2 very, very close games. But Marceric, of course, at least related, I'm pretty sure siblings with Gavin Marceric, a darling of the NABF World Series this past season on our end. First pitch up high for ball 1. But I know the fans, when we put Gavin Marceric on the graphic, they were asking for more. A great player on that Stark County Terriers roster, a group that has now won that tournament 4 years in a row. The 1-0. Marceric fouls this one off. Count now 1-1. After Marceric, we go back to the top of the order with Noah Jenkins. And I'll tell you what, I like the Lake jerseys. Massillon's take the cake today. Those are stunning.
I always like a nice script on a jersey. And then when you get the beautiful swash under it, I mean, it's always a good look. My only problem, I mean, and it's not really a problem per se, but Massillon, Mansfield, Marlington, all black and orange, all M's. Just messes with me a little bit in the head.
Mansfield does not have an M logo. I'll tell you that right now.
But the school starts with the M that was kind of my point there.
You want to know an easy way to decipher Massillon and Mansfield? And both fan bases are passionate about it.
Tigers with a Y.
TY Tigers and TI Tigers. You're right on. You're right on. And believe me, I mean, you saw the fans against Alliance, and I saw them against Holy Name years ago in football. They're passionate. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. The bunt fouled away. And again, Massillon really committing to the small ball method. And I don't hate it. Against this Alliance team, a group that we've seen the offense explode for 2-3 runs in an inning before this season. Just get some runs on the board early and let your defense do the rest, especially with a pitcher who so far is perfect with first pitch strikes, getting out ahead early. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss from Marceric, and there is out number 2. First strikeout of the day for D'Angelo Fisk.
You heard Coach Morrison talking to him, hey, keep it going. You know, Coach Morrison, a fantastic pitcher. He pitched at Marlington back in the day and then went on to play at Malone. He knows a thing or two, and he's coached up his pitchers quite well.
I think Coach Graff has said, you know what, go across town and coach with me.
That must have been it. I mean, Coach Morrison's so loud down there, interrupting my train of thought.
It's awesome to see all the coaches that involved, though. Swing and a miss there, count now even. And if I'm not mistaken, aren't you on a podcast with him?
I was just about to say I can't talk down on him too much, as we do have our podcast every Sunday. I'm not going to do a shameless plug, but
I have not received an invite, so you're not allowed to. Here's the 1-1 from Fisk. Fouled off his ankle. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So definitely an awkward look there off the ankle. That's why you got to have I know people make skits about it. You got to have the ankle guards, knee guards, elbow guards, everything in baseball. But
I never wore one, and I'm proud about that. Batting gloves was the extent. Again, very proud. The pitch, driven into center field, still going back. It's Lincoln Reese underneath it, and he will make the grab to retire the side. Once again, pressure from the Massillon offense, but no damage comes to pass in the top of the 2nd inning for the Aviators. It's Ganny, Iki, and Lions when we return.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
Welcome back to Alliance High School as Jackson Ganny steps in to lead things off in the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score on SmeeSports. Cooper, 1 base knock so far today for the Aviators. Not too much going offensively. A time for them to change that up here in the bottom of the 2nd. And again, another first pitch strike from John Schneider, now 5 for 5 today.
Man, I mean, he's killing it with the first pitch strikes, but I couldn't agree with you more. It's time for the Aviators to really kick it off and get things started, and I can't say that there's anyone better than Jackson Ganny to do it. Sophomore stepping up in a big way.
He heard you as that one is down the line, but foul. Looking at yesterday and comparing it to Tri-C series against Kellogg, you know what the biggest reason why both teams struggled in both of those instances? They weren't jumping out early in the count. They weren't aggressive enough. Now you go to Friday, first pitch swings were so common. You have to get back to that aggression, but also in a good way. You can't be swinging at garbage.
Yeah, don't be overzealous now.
But a 2-strike count here on Jackson Ganny. Schneider looking for his first punch out of the day. And he will have to wait as that one just misses. But for Alliance, the longer this game goes on, the more and more likely this Massillon team's small ball approach is going to be able to put something together. And I'm sure that is a worry just given how close last year's matchups were. Here's the 1-2. Again, taken for ball 2. But Jackson Ganny, we saw it, I believe, on Friday from 0-2 to full. He's a very patient hitter.
That's something that, is a huge strength of his, even just as a sophomore. Someone that comes with years of experience, but he's got it down.
And he smokes that one foul down the left field line. And as expected, Cooper, look at where he is in the batter's box now once he comes back in. And
just took a step up. Got to get on it a little more. See, there we go.
Step up. At least a step up in comparison to where Davis was during his base knock. And he is still way ahead of it. So again, we go. And Ganny this time straightens it out into the right center field gap. And it is going to fall. It's a leadoff base knock for Jackson Ganny. A nice powerful strike there from the sophomore first baseman.
I think that step up in the box was all it took for him. Definitely got right on top of it and is starting to get things done here in the second for the Aviators. That one that he blasted out of left field. Luckily, it got stopped by the tree, or I think it would have hit my house.
Unfortunate.
Don't want to dox myself there, but
You might have just done that, Cooper.
it's a little further than that, I'll be honest, but I'll stop myself there.
Good idea. Again, first pitch strike from Schneider.
Man,
6 for 6. But Jackson Ganny did a nice job adjusting. That time had to wait back a little bit more, drove it up. And all you need right now if you're Alliance is base runners, and they have one. And a guy who yesterday opened the scoring with an RBI double in the batter's box. But a swing and a miss there from Iki, quickly down in the count 0-2. Back-to-back 0-2 counts for Schneider. He has looked stellar so far, though, for the Massillon Tigers.
absolutely. I mean, all the first pitch strikes and he's just been doing his thing for them.
And a chance to get a well-needed out number 1. Throwback to 1, though, not in time. And I think creativity is going to be key for Massillon as to how they go about breaking down this Alliance offense if and when the bats do officially get rolling. Schneider takes his time and delivers the 0-2. Iki takes it just low for ball 1.
Good eye there by Iki, and again, the patience right now. You got 2 batters in a row who've been down in the count and just kind of try to wait it out, and we'll see how Iki does that here.
And for him, again, making good contact and not double play ball contact.
And Iki just took a step up in the box, making the adjustment.
Well up in the box here for the 1-2. And he will pop this one up off towards the right side. And it will go just out of play. And it'll drop into the Alliance dugout.
Should have let me catch that one.
Okay, you were not making that play.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There is no catching in track, Cooper, unfortunately for you.
There's throwing, but no catching.
I would not want to try to catch a shot put.
I threw shot in middle school, and it's definitely not easy to catch one.
Hopefully you haven't tried that too many times.
No, definitely not. Break something.
Count still 1-2 on Charlie Iki. And Iki grounds this one over towards third. This could be trouble. They will get Ganny over at second for out number 1, but nothing further. But a nice job over at second base by Maxheimer, staying on the bag. And that'll reset the scenario. Just 1 out more. And here comes Gage Lyons, the third baseman. Plenty of power behind his swing. And we saw that well on display on Friday in the win over JFK Catholic.
Nearly had a home run there.
If the wind was a little bit more generous, then he definitely would have. But of course, we did see 2 home runs last night that made up for it. First pitch, Lions will take for strike 1. Now 7 for 7.
That is ridiculous.
Every single Aviator has gone down 0-1 today. And I think eventually the speech from Graffis is going to be jump early. Right now he has 2 pitches. He has the changeup and he has the fastball. And Lyons fouls that one off. Iki, though, was in motion. But seeing really 2 established pitches during your wind and you're getting set, if it looks to be lobbing in, you know it is going to be the changeup. If it's going in on a straight line, it's a fastball. You can essentially read it and know how to adjust. It's a safe bet if they can figure out what is coming that way. They're going to start swinging the ball around the yard easily. Pitchers who don't really have too much velocity, that is their downfall. It's happened so many times. The second go around, you make that adjustment, and just like that, the game blows wide open. Schneider taking his time. And now the 0-2. Lions, another drive. This one skied on the infield. A high hanger, and it is going to be dropped. Iki, he is going to be safe over at second base as well.
A little bit of lady luck on the side of Gage Lions.
That's definitely an error.
And the key there, if you had 2 runners on, that would have most likely been an infield fly, so that would have been an out, but only 1 on. You're not going to see that call. And you can feel it right now, Cooper. The wind is picking up. We're expecting rain at some point today. Hopefully it's not soon.
Yeah, and honestly, it could be a little closer to like it was yesterday, where we just had 15 minutes, just a light sprinkle, and it wasn't too bad.
Who knows? And this time it's poked up the middle and through into center field. It's Wood's first hit as an Aviator, and that will load up the bases. By a technicality, it is a first pitch strike, but exactly what I said. Get out early, predict the pitch. Woods did just that.
You know, I think after hearing you through soccer and basketball, he's developed an ear for your voice, and he heard you from up here. He was listening.
I've played the game for so long, and I've seen so many different pitchers. Different names, same archetypes. Once you know the archetype, it's smooth sailing. It really is. And not to be arrogant with it, it's just a different name, a different guy, but the same style. First pitch to a Hendershot. He will take for ball 1. And for the first time today, Schneider will not have an 0-1 advantage. It took until the number 9 hitter, that being Cohen Hendershot. But a chance for the Aviators here, 1 down, bottom of 2, to take an early lead. And they can do it on a pass ball. Iki breaks for home, and he is safe. Just like that, Alliance is on the board, up 1-0 on Massillon. And they're loving it in the dugout, too. Nice little shot down there from J-Rod. It's great to have that camera in the dugout, let me tell you. It's a great extra angle.
It was absolutely beautiful yesterday.
He does a great job all the way around. So does Sarah producing again today. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss from Hendershot, now 1-2. Looking ahead to the 3rd inning for Massillon, it is DeAngelis, Himes, and Longwell. Now the count's right, 2-1. Still 2 runners in scoring position for Hendershot. And he is going to poke this one high on the infield, and it is caught over at second for out number 2. But you look at what the infield did right there, Cooper. Everybody got into position. The catcher, okay, is it up to me? Is it coming home to me if it drops? How do I do that? The pitcher, where do I go from there? All the way around, the infield was ready for it, and that's what you want to see from an energized defense. But back to the top of the order we go with Cam Burton. He grounded out to second his first time up. 2 down, bottom of second. Alliance up 1-0, but 2 ducks on the pond, both in scoring position. First pitch from Schneider, another passed ball. Lions, he is coming home, and he will be safe. That ball is loose on the infield. Woods, he will stay put over at third. 2 runs in the inning for Alliance, 2 pass balls.
Talk about energy. The Alliance dugout has got some energy. I mean, that's 2 runners in off of a misplay at the plate there. And you know what? Unapologetic runs. I think we're moving on from unapologetic wins just to unapologetic runs and take what you can get.
The 1-0, Burton, a good drive into right center field, and it will be caught. The side is retired as Henthorne tracks it down in the gap to end the inning. A nice job by the center fielder, ranging over to his left, all right, to close it out. But Alliance on 2 pass balls, able to plate 2 in the bottom of the second inning. Off to the third we go in A-Town. It's the Aviators up 2-0 on Massillon.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition. Welcome back to Alliance High School, top of the third inning. 2-0 Alliance on top here, as Fisk's first pitch will miss for ball 1.
Now batting number 7, Noah Jenkins.
Jaden Randolph steps in here to get things underway. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. After Randolph, it'll go to Himes, then Longwell. Count now 1-1. Fisk able to recalibrate and find the strike zone. Cooper, we've talked about it a little bit. The Storms, they are expected to roll in, but as of right now, just high winds. And that can really help the ball travel today. Grounder over towards second, Woods. He will bobble it, but his throw is still in time for out number 1. Wow, they're going to call him safe in the end. And Cooper, I don't know if I agree with that one. It looked like from what I saw, he was plenty in time on the throw. But in the end, that will be scored an error. And the leadoff man again is on for Massillon. Plenty of speed down the line from Randolph.
Now batting number 4, Xander DeAngelis.
Now here comes Will Himes, the first baseman. First pitch misses for ball 1. But you look at this game right now, first error from Alliance, and a chance for Massillon to get back in it. Count now 2-0. Of course, Will Himes, his first time up, he did walk. Plenty of power from him last season as well, batting .348. And right now, power irrelevant. This Massillon group looking to respond here, and the best way to do so is just simply getting base runners on. And there it is, ball 4 on 4 straight pitches. Himes will reach. Longwell steps on. 2 up, nobody out. And here comes the DH. A ground out his last time up, but a powerful chance for him. You talk about a powerful chance all the way around for Massillon.
Yeah, they're definitely getting things going, and they want to do what the Aviators couldn't do against Lake, which is respond. Responding when under pressure, I mean, that's what you have to do if you want to keep yourself in the game.
Number 5, Drew
And with no outs, you have plenty of room for error. Of course, the goal is to score some runs without having an output on your head. And for Fisk right now, the goal has to be simply finding the strike zone. Some struggles as of late in that department. 1-0 the count on the DH Longwell. And he will take strike 1, evening things up. But that was the right call. 5 straight balls, you don't swing until you do see a strike. And then from there you look at it. Now it becomes a fresh at-bat here, of course. 1-1 still in the back of your mind, but you're not sitting take all the way. Fisk, he makes his look over. No throw in the end. Down towards second. We did see Randolph speed a little bit ago. Plenty of it. Well, one strike the count here on Longwell. Fisk sets and deals. Bunt pulled back. Count now 2-1. But Alliance's defense immediately springs into life, crashing down from the right side.
Yeah, and you saw kind of Bo Davis stand up, get into his motion. You know, they're ready for the small ball, right? I mean, obviously both teams here are, I would say, generally small ball teams, so they know how to respond when faced with that type of offense.
Bunt pops up, and it's playable for Davis, and it will just slip behind him.
Oh, that was so close.
Nearly a great play there for Bo Davis. But that's one I don't get why you try to put that down. The runners were in motion. It's a ball. Make it 3-1. And that's just a free strike to this Alliance defense. And a free just pass as, again, it would have been 3-1. You're one ball away from loading up the bases.
I'll say, and if Bo Davis is able to make that play, it's an out, too.
A free one at that. Of course, now the bunt is out of the equation. Here's the 2-2. It is up high for ball 3, and we are full. Even more so. You have to be kicking yourselves a little bit there. In the on-deck circle after Longwell, it is Isaac Maxheimer, the second baseman. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch, and it misses up high for ball 4. So in the end, it is irrelevant. It is back-to-back walks surrendered by D'Angelo Fisk, and the bases are loaded for the second time today for Massillon.
Nonetheless, you have to look at it right now. They have no outs.
You take a look in at that conversation between Davis and Fisk. What do you think Davis is saying right now?
It's hard to tell, but, I mean, you look at Bo Davis, he's definitely going to try to keep his pitcher motivated and let him know what has to happen, you know, if he wants to continue to, succeed. D'Lo kind of been struggling a little bit these past few games, but I think Bo just wants it to help him get back into rhythm.
So now Isaac Maxheimer steps in here. He walked his first time up. A strong shift for him today so far at second base. Count now 1-0 on Maxheimer. Bases loaded, no one down in the top of the third inning. A chance for Massilon with one swing of the bat to change this game. That time backed out. And simply, if you're the Tigers, you just take all the way.
I mean, there's not much else you can do. I mean, when you're getting faced with this many balls, you take the walk.
You have to. We have not really seen an organic run today. Both runs scored on pass balls. A really unorthodox way to score in baseball, but it gets the job done if you're Alliance, and for Massillon, a chance for you to get some damage done here. Count out 2 balls, 1 strike. Fisk sets and fires. Able to find the strike zone again, now 2-2. And for D'Angelo Fisk right now, to get out number 1 at the plate to set up a double play that could end the inning, that has to be on your mind. But of course, just getting the out at the plate and keeping the runners home is priority number 1. And here is his 2-2. It's in the dirt for ball 3, and we are full. But a nice block there from Bo Davis, keeping it in front. You cannot have a pass ball here. You cannot have a ball here. It has to be a competitive pitch, and if you are Maxheimer, you have to be careful. You can't get too excited with the prospect of changing this game by yourself. Work piece by piece, and it will come eventually. Here's the payoff pitch, and he will change the game single-handedly. It will be an RBI single. The bases will stay loaded, and Massillon is on the board. Make it 2-1.
Just snuck that one past Gage Lyons. I mean, perfect placement. That's what you saw a lot of from Lake, is just some fantastic placement, able to sneak it past the Aviators on defense. And that's what the Aviators didn't have, where I think we had probably 4 players hit the ball straight to Alex Quior that game.
And you look at where that ball was placed, it couldn't have been any better from Maxheimer. Tying run is now at third. Go ahead is at second. And then from there, you fill in the blank as to which run is next. Now a mound visit here for the Aviators. I would assume at least at some point, whether it be in the next couple of seconds or not, you will see some action in that bullpen. Of course, Brody Bugera is out of the question. How creative do you get if you do make a change?
I mean, it's tough because the depth chart is there. I mean, we saw 5 pitchers come in against Lake. While they weren't all performing exactly the same, but I mean, the Aviators have a lot of people that they could go to. It's just who Coach Graffis, or I guess, I don't know who's making a call, maybe in this case Coach Morrison, who he wants to bring up and throw on the mound.
And then again, you have to keep in mind you have a tougher opponent tomorrow if you're looking at PBR rankings and all the way around in Canton Central Catholic. You have to also keep that in mind. You can't use all of your pitching today and have to put Cooper Fontaine on the mound tomorrow. First pitch there for strike 1, but you get my point. You can't run out of pitching on day 2 of a 3-day week.
Right.
And I think you could give Parker Woods another chance. He didn't really pitch too much. But I think KB is the next easy choice if you do make a call. That time driven foul by Hobson. Count now 0-2. After Hobson, it turns to Henthorne, then Schneider. But D'Angelo Fisk, a prime opportunity to find the first out of the 3rd. But first he will step off the mound and check, as it looks like something happened out in right. I think KB had a little issue there. The wind is blowing. You can easily lose a hat out there. The 0-2 from Fisk, driven foul.
Especially when you have as much hair as KB.
Fair enough.
I was going to say, whenever you see him in the national anthem, he's got his headband over half of his hair, and the rest of it's like poofing out on the back. Oh, to have hair like that.
Again, the 0-2. Off the plate and up for ball 1, excuse me. And you look at KB out and right. As a former McKinley Bulldog, he knows what this rivalry means.
Yeah, and not to mention, I think he's prepped and ready for it because he's been playing very well these past 2 games.
The 1-2 left up high. Again, a lot of great starts and counts today for D'Angelo Fisk. But a lot of losses down the stretch.
Yeah.
Yep, can't finish. And he has to here. You cannot tie up the game with a walk. The 2-2 fouled away again and right towards the dugouts. And that will be picked up in the dugouts. A lucky Massillon Tiger able to make the play just from the edge of the dugout there, trying to see a number. Could be 15 Reese Weifer, the junior. That could be 15 over there who made that play. But, of course, irrelevant in the final box score. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing, and he gets a tip, but it's caught by Davis for out number 1. Strikeout number 2 today for D'Angelo Fisk, but an excellent job from Bo to hang on.
And not to mention, D'Lo, when the lights are the brightest right now, I mean, that's when you needed to make that play and finish that out strong.
And now, just like that, you have a chance if you play your cards right. Double play, out of the inning, still up by 1. How big would that be for the Alliance Aviator defense? First pitch fouled away. And at the same time, how big would a simple inning here where you get out number 2 at the plate and a routine flyout gets you out of the frame with only 1 run allowed?
I mean, that would just be fantastic, and definitely a big motivator for the Alliance defense, who is solid all around, but able to sneak out of this one would be fantastic.
Sneaking out is the perfect way to describe it. The 0-1 misses up and out, evening things up. A very windy afternoon here in Alliance, Ohio. A great game, though, on hand. 2-1 your score in the top of the 3rd. And if we see this game play out completely, I'm excited to see how it finishes.
It's definitely set to be a fun one, the way things are going right now.
The 1-1 from Fisk. A hard grounder down the right field line, and they will call it foul. And the biggest call of the day as everybody is running around. If that was fair, that could have easily brought in 3.
Yeah. I was going to say, I couldn't even see it, but I just knew it was close. The way Massillon, they sent 2 of them. They got 2 of them through, but.
Any bit closer to the line, and that easily could have been the saving grace of the Tigers.
It's a game of inches. Well, every game is a game of inches. I feel like we say that every season.
And you still have plenty of time left in this game. We're not even halfway through to make amends, even if you only tie it up here or for Massilon's sake, heaven forbid, it stays 2-1. The base is still loaded. Count still 1-2 on Henthorne. And Fisk forces another foul ball. And yep, it's baseball season as the ump calls for more baseballs as they are out. You know there is a lot of contact when you hear that call. Count remains 1-2 here on Henthorne. He singled his first time up. Looking to do it again here. Fisk off the plate misses, and we are even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Massillon's patience right now is key. And I think, obviously we can't see it right now, but I would assume that there would be action in the bullpen for Alliance. Or at least a thought of who is next. The 2-2, again fouled away. And Fisk, he is still working back into the season, and of course in this game as well. That pitch count cannot be too high.
Here's what I'll say, though, for D'Lo is if he can finish out this inning, no more damage done than has already been, you might have to just keep him in because being able to, again, sneak out of that, it's pretty miraculous.
Arm health is number 1.
It's true.
I would assume KB would be next. Again, Fisk looking for strike 3, and he finds it down the outer edge. 2 down. Back-to-back punch-outs for D'Angelo Fisk. He now has 3 on the day. And that makes the defense's job that much easier as John Schneider, the pitcher, steps in. A bunt out his first time up, but to your point, if Fisk can go in the 4th, no more damage done here. I think you bring him out for one more frame and then a longer relief effort for one of your best in Cam Burton. And a good rip off towards the left side and through into left field. Massillon, they have tied the game up. The bases will stay loaded, but the honors are even at 2. It's an RBI base knock for the pitcher, John Schneider.
Placement again. I mean, that has just been key for them. Snuck another one right past Gage Lyons. And I feel like that's something that, I mean, both Lake did really well, and now Massillon has just done fantastically.
And you see it on the replay, just through on that side. I don't think it could have been any closer. And back to the action as it's a first pitch strike to Marceric, who struck out his first time up. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 3rd inning, it is D'Angelo Fisk, Bo Davis, and Lincoln Reese due up for Alliance. They played it 2 last time up, and Massillon so far has responded perfectly. Count now 0-2 on Marceric as he fouls that one away. But this one is shaping up to be a really good contest.
And, yeah, absolutely, both ways. I mean, Alliance able to get things done, get two runs through, but Massillon's offense is looking poised. The placement on these balls is immaculate.
No balls, 2 strikes. Fisk looking for another out here to end the inning, and he will leave it high. And you go back to the way this inning started with the error from Parker Woods, a really big one right now. So, of course, it will only be 1 earned run, as of right now, against D'Angelo Fisk. But, of course, that can change. Here's the 1-2, fouled away again. And given this pitch count, I don't know how much longer he can go. He's up there. He definitely is. And now I'm going to try to get a quick check as to see where he is at. And this pitch, it is driven into right field. It's KB's ball, and KB will make the play to retire the side. D'Angelo Fisk able to work out of the 3rd inning. But Cooper, that was pitch number 74 today for D'Angelo Fisk in 3 innings.
Arm health.
We'll see if we do see him again or not. But Massillon, they have tied this one up to all your score as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. had their plans with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
D'Angelo Fisk steps in to get things underway in the bottom of the third inning. 2-2 your score here on SmeeSports as you are watching OHSAA Baseball in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Once again, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Cooper Fontaine. The Massillon Tigers able to respond with 2 runs in the top of the third inning. Schneider's first pitch of the bottom of the frame. It's popped up by Fisk into shallow center, and it drops for a leadoff base knock. Exactly what the doctor ordered for this Aviator offense.
That's exactly where I was going with it, where just a great start there and able to get 1 runner on base. Good start for the Aviators. That's just what they needed.
And now here comes Bo Davis, who singled his first time up. And this is where we can really see the offense of the Aviators expand and create some dominance as they are yet to get a natural run today. Both runs scored on pass balls. Of course, it's viable for a time, but not for the entire game. And Davis, a deep drive to left center field, still carrying back, and that one will be tracked down just before the warning track for out number 1. A nice job by Jenkins, able to corral that one in. But Bo Davis, plenty of pop off the bat. And speaking of pop, here comes Lincoln Reese. Plenty of pop on his swing as well. So far today, 0 for 1 with a fly out to Jenkins out and left. But this game has been really fun to watch so far. And looking at the Massillon bullpen, Wyford, we saw him make a dugout fielding play a little bit ago. He is now warming up in the pen for the Tigers. Reese, good take that time on the low pitch, 1-0 the count.
We talked about it earlier, but the Aviators just need to be a little bit more aggressive when they're up to bat because they let, it was what, seven straight first pitch strikes?
And as you see on your screen now, there is Cam Burton warming up in the bullpen for the Alliance Aviators.
But yeah, 7 straight first pitch strikes. Just not what you want to do. Aviators need to be a little more aggressive.
8 technically with the drive from Woods, but of course not really a counted one. And now time call by Lincoln Reese. 1 ball, no strikes. For Lincoln Reese, entering play today, failed to reach only once in the first 2 games of the season. And that was a strikeout to begin the game yesterday. But other than that, a perfect on-base percentage. And quickly up in the count, 2-0. And for Massilon, I think in the back of their mind, they are starting to think about a pitching change. I don't know how active they're going to be, just given how well we've seen Schneider pitch, but of course you have action in the bullpen, but that could always be a facade. Reese skies this one into the outfield, off towards center field. It's Enthorn. He's under it, and he has it for out number 2. As well as some score updates from around the grounds. Hold on to your hat here, Cooper. We got some explosive ones. Kentucky Christian up 17-13 on KSU Tuscan baseball. Holy Name softball up 9-0 on Beaumont. Marlington softball up 17-0 on Barberton. Holy Name baseball up 3-0 on EC. And Norton up 6-1 on Canton Central in softball, with Northwest up 8-5 on the Aviators as well. And those are your score updates from around the grounds. Plenty of great games all the way around Northeast Ohio today. Swing and a miss from Ganny, 0-1 the count.
But you got to like the confidence early there from Jackson Ganny. He wants to make contact.
As well, that was pitch number 38 today for Schneider, just to put that out there. Not too many pitches for him. And it'll give him plenty of shelf life if he is to stay in the game for a long period of time after this. And Ganny, a hello swing off towards the Massillon dugout, and they are electrified again. Not afraid of that swing. Count now 0-2 on Jackson Ganny. If the inning were to continue, it would turn over to Charlie Eakey. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Schneider shakes off the first and now second. I'll see what he goes with here. The runner, he will go. The pitch is inside. The throwdown is tall and not in time. And there's the stolen bag for D'Angelo Fisk. The go-ahead run now for the Aviators in scoring position. For Jackson Ganny, that makes his job that much easier. Still a tall task to get a base knock here, but is 1 for 1 today. And there is the bell signaling about the 1 hour mark of this game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Massilon looking to retire the side here. But first he will step off the mound. Again on both ends, the action has subsided for Massilon. It was Wyford in the pen. As for the Aviators, it was KB Cam Burton. And now Schneider's 1-2. Ganny fouls it off over towards Coach Graffis. And he easily picks that one up. Graff still has it over at third.
That wasn't nearly as impressive as the play he made against JFK Catholic, but still, you love to see it.
He has a bit of gamesmanship about him when he wants to. Never afraid of a little coaching, fielding play in the end. Count still 1-2 on Jackson Ganny. Runner goes again. The pitch is there for strike 3, looking, and the side is retired. Schneider, he is pumped up, going towards the dugout as the inning is over. His first strikeout of the evening is a big one as it shuts down the Aviator offense in the bottom of the third. When we return, it is KB time for the Aviators. The call to the bullpen has been made for Alliance. Burton replaces Fisk on the mound when we return to Alliance High School.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition. Back on here as that one flies out to left for out number 1.
No, that was number 13 about it.
Jenkins on 1 pitch is down, so now that'll bring up number 7, Jaden Randolph. Randolph so far today, 0 for 1 as he reached on an error. But welcome back to Alliance High School with KB on the mound. Of course, with D'Angelo Fisk throwing 74 pitches, his day done in 3 innings.
Which is just nasty work right there. I mean,
And you compare it, Schneider's at 38.
That's exactly what I was going to say, where D'Lo nearly had double the pitches of Schneider.
And that one is right there to Jackson Ganny over at first. 2 down. And a quick 2 outs there.
Here's what I'm going to say. Well, first, I'm about to sneeze, but second of all, when you hear Coach Morrison yelling, and this was the big thing he was yelling at Lake, is trust in your defense. just right there, KB. Defense did all the work, and KB is just doing his thing.
And another powerful strike. This one is fair down the right field line from Will Himes, and he is cruising off towards second base, and he is thinking 3. They will send Will Himes to third. The play at third. The throw is there, and so is the tag. The side is retired. Woo. How about it on the relay for the Alliance defense, and the inning is over. A double for Himes. It does not come to pass.
Everyone getting it done quick there for the Aviators, working as a team. That'll get you electrified.
And that was Wilkes, the new right fielder.
And
then from there, it is, I believe, going down to second. That should be Woods with the throw. Oh, that's D'Lo moving in there. I think Woods is now at third. Either way, what a relay. Wilkes able to get it there in plenty of time. And just like that, what Massillon thought was momentum turns out to be their undoing. To the bottom of the fourth inning we go. 2-2 your score.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
To the bottom of the fourth inning we go. It is Charlie Eakey stepping in for the Aviators to get things underway. But my goodness, what a way to close out the top of the fourth. Wilkes, Fisk, Woods, dynamite, inning over.
You couldn't have said it better.
It was one heck of a relay, and from Wilkes' standpoint, coming in the game in right field, what an impact play for a player who is looking to get some more game time.
That's exactly where I was going, where as a sophomore, you're coming in and you're making that play. That's how you get Coach Graff's attention for sure.
That's how you get PBR's attention, too. Eakey so far today has reached on a fielder's choice. And he is looking to give the Aviators a strong start to the bottom of the fourth. And so far, a strong start in the take department. 2-0 the count. But a great game so far on hand at Alliance High School. But it is getting darker out. The wind is getting a little bit more whippier, if you will. And we'll see how much longer we have until Mother Nature says, it's my time to shine. The 2-0 Eakey skies it off towards the right side, right in front of us. And it is going to go out of play. Now 2-1 the count. But as far as this game goes, is this what you expected from both sides, or did you expect one group to kind of run away with it earlier on?
I think this is definitely where I expected this game to go. I mean, these are two very competitive groups, and we saw it last year. I mean, two close games, and both like to play small ball, but, I mean, they've been very evenly matched so far.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Charlie Eakey. Schneider sets and delivers and finds the outer edge of the strike zone. Now 2-2 the count. And again, tomorrow you look at Alliance, they have a game against CCC. Massillon, they have Akron Elletts. So 2 road games for these teams tomorrow, which for Alliance's standpoint could easily become a home game. And if they play it, most likely will be. The 2-2 is there for strike 3 looking. 1 up, 1 down. And it's back-to-back strikeouts looking for Schneider. Both of his Ks today have been looking. And going back to yesterday, we saw it so many times. A lot of statues with 2 strikes.
Number 2, Trevin Wilkes.
And now Trevin Wilkes, he will step in for Gage Lyons in the order. And that does complete the total change as for a pound-for-pound swap, so to speak, he comes in for Gage Lyons. And just, of course, you bring a lot of moves with it. Woods at third, Fisk at second. Wilkes in right field himself, and KB is on the mound for now. And that could be a move that the re-entry could be a little messy, but you could see Lyons come on the mound potentially, which I doubt after pitching 3 yesterday. but he could be in the queue tomorrow, depending on if they need him for more than an inning or not. Hard ground ball over towards short, and it is through into left field. It's a one-out base knock there for Trevin Wilkes.
How about Trevin Wilkes making some plays as a sophomore, stepping in and doing his thing.
And that is his first career varsity hit. What a time for him to earn it, and that'll step up Parker Woods, who had his first career Alliance base knock a few moments ago in his first at-bat. And with a go-ahead run now at first base in a really tight game, all bets are off. But a big opportunity here as there's the throwback to one, and it's not in time. But Wilkes has to be careful over at first base. You cannot make an extra out on the bases. I think you and I both agree with that one, Cooper. You cannot have out number 2, or for that matter, out number 3 over at first or anywhere on the bases.
No way. But the wind, I'm seeing some jerseys rippling in the wind. If Woods can get under the wind here, go in his favor, get a little carry under it, I mean, definitely help.
And that's the idea as he fouls that one off. Last year at Marlington, a 103 average, had 7 total hits and 4 RBIs, but did have a double, so plenty of power. But to begin this year, 1 for 1. So already a great start to try to do better than last year in the first half of the season, for that matter. Again, throwback to 1, again, not in time. Still some action sporadically in the bullpen. Once again, up is Wyford for Massillon. He has been very touch and go. Throws a couple pitches, sits back down, and then you do it again. But wouldn't be surprised to see him come in if Woods does get a base knock here. And a perfectly lobbed in pitch. Now 0-2. And that off speed, it has been killer today. If you time it up right, it is a meatball that is asking to be sent into the outfield. Count now 2 strikes on Parker Woods with Cohen Hendershot in the on-deck circle for Alliance. Massilon looking for out number 2. And now time called as Woods will step out. Time locally 6:08 p.m., so around an hour and 15 minutes in. But a very entertaining hour and 15 minutes of baseball.
I'd have to agree with you there. I mean, these are 2 very entertaining teams.
The 0-2, a hard grounder up the middle, but this could be 2. They will get the out at 2. The relay to 1 is in time, and the side is retired. How about it for the Massillon Tigers? They make their defensive stand.
I think the big thing so far for both teams, defensively, they've been amazing.
We'll watch this one back on the replay here. Just perfectly placed all the way around. Woods, an unfortunate swing, but it goes Marceric, Maxheimer, and Himes to get the 6-4-3 double play, and the inning is over. To the 5th we go at Alliance High School. The honors are even at 2. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition. Welcome back to Alliance High School. Top of the 5th inning, 2-2 your score here on SmeeSports. So far, 2 half innings have told the story of the game offensively. Bottom 2, top 3, 2 runs each for Alliance and Massillon. Both teams have come close since, but Cooper, no more damage done.
And I think the biggest part of that has been miraculous plays on defense. The Aviators had that fantastic relay to close out their portion, and then Massillon had the double play there.
And Ganny knocks it down at first. He will make the beeline himself to first and steps on the bag for out number 1. the fact that he was able to knock that one down is impressive in its own right, but also to get the out, that is huge on top of it.
And Ganny, one of the defensive anchors here, we say it so much. Him and KB. I think that's kind of the dynamic duo on defense, but everyone has had a pretty good showing today.
And with one down, here comes Maxheimer, 1 for 1 today with an RBI single and a walk. Swing and a miss, cutting underneath that one. Of course, Cam Burton coming in for D'Angelo Fisk after the third inning. D'Lo, 74 pitches today. Good to see that he has that longevity, but not good to see 74 pitches in 3 innings. On the opposite end, you have Schneider, who's still out there right around 50. And he could stay out there for as long as he wants to, or until Massilon feels like their next pitcher will do a better job. The 1-1 runs inside and breaks at the last minute, but still not enough. 2-1 now the count. After Maxheimer, it turns to Hobson. And KB that time able to respond, a strike on the outer corner. Count now even 2 balls, 2 strikes. KB looking for his first strikeout of the afternoon. And he will have to wait as that one skips in to Bo Davis. But plenty of chemistry between those two. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Maxheimer looking to walk again, and he will do just that. His second walk of the evening for the Massillon Tigers. And Massillon, they have a base runner on here with 1 down, as that will set up Blake Hobson, the third baseman. 0 for 2 today with a flyout and a strikeout to his name. And of course, in the back of their mind, their goal is quite simple. Turn a double play, get out of the inning, and go back to the sticks with Hendershot, Burton, and Fisk due up 9-1 and 2. But easier said than done. Burton's first pitch misses low for ball 1. If Alliance is to win here today, they would improve to 2-1 on the season. If Massilon were to win, 2-0 to begin 2026 after going 10-15 last season. Burton's 1-0, a good take that time from Hobson. Good patience all the way around. And we'll see how much longer that patience does prevail for these Tigers. This group very hungry and very eager to get a jump, averaging 4.4 runs per game last year. But of course, the outlier is that 35-0 win. Yes, 35-0 win over Euclid. You take that out of the equation, they average 3.2 runs per game.
That's quite a difference.
Really is. But a 3-0 count here on Hobson. And Burton, he will miss just low for ball 4. It's back-to-back walks, and the go-ahead run for Massillon now stands in scoring position for Alex Henthorne, the center fielder. 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout looking. Plenty of strikeouts looking today all the way around. But now you talk about a chance here for Alliance. They need that double play. Massillon, their chance, a ball in the outfield, and most likely they have their first lead of the game. First pitch, KB able to find the strike zone. And if I'm KB, I'm thinking, wait a minute, I just saw a pitch lower than, or rather higher than that. That was called a ball. So interesting to see that one get called that way. And now time called as Bo Davis will go and talk to his pitcher, Cam Burton. And I think I heard some loud footsteps there, Cooper. Ignorable.
Yeah, I didn't hear any loud footsteps.
You know what? If it's not as bad as Thursday at Mount Union, we're going to play. Let's do that. We did see lightning during the entire first half, and they just said nothing. It was fun, though. I'm going to tell you what, I was in the box. I didn't care. And a good drive into right center field. Wilkes trying to track it down, and he will do just that for out number 2. And both runners are forced to retreat. And now my question, Cooper, I get as to why they kind of stood where they did in regard to retreating, but you kind of knew that was going to be caught. Why wouldn't you go to the bag and try to tag up? I get not testing the arm, but you have to keep in mind, it was D'Angelo Fisk's arm that got Himes going to third. It wasn't Wilkes and right. It was just him on the relay 2-second on the cutoff. That one I don't get. But still a great chance here for John Schneider. He had an RBI single his last time up. And of course, as the starting pitcher today for Massillon, trying to help out his own case. A 1 count on the starting pitcher. 2 on, 2 down in the top of the 5th. Chopper over towards third. It's Woods, and it's going to be close, and he is safe. I get why, but throw across to first there. That's the for sure out. Nobody was covering third. You got to make that throw to one.
Yeah, that was just a misplay there. I mean,
His second error of the afternoon. And the bases are loaded for the third time today for Massillon. And here comes Mason Marceric, 0 for 2 this afternoon. First pitch there for strike one.
Bat number 14.
But so much pressure right now on this Alliance defense. And forget about the offense. They have even more pressure to either A, respond, or B, try to take the lead back. Hard grounder foul down the left field line. But an 0-2 count here. We've seen some lower pitches. Is this where you bring in a fastball high? You've kind of, quote-unquote, tunneled it. 2 lower pitches. You're expecting maybe a breaking ball. You're going to hold off on that could hang high. Or you chase thinking it's going to go down, and you get that high heat. If I'm KB and if I'm Bo Davis, this is high heat. Just above the letters. See if he'll chase. That's what I would do here. Instead, goes for the corner and gets it. The side is retired. Perfect placement from Cam Burton, and the inning is over. Man. A bold call to make, but the right decision in the end. Impressive there from KB. He gets his first punch out of the evening. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Honors even at 2 on SmeeSports. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition. As we return to the action here at Alliance High School, I just had some unfortunate news come through, Cooper. Half of Mount's campus no longer has power.
You know that? Well, actually, I was going to make a comment about my house, but I'm not going to. I'm learning. But no, that does stink.
I have a full gallon of milk in my fridge, man. I don't want to lose that. First
No.
pitch there, a strike to Hendershot, 0-1 the count. And I'm hearing reports up in Cleveland of tornado warnings, so to everybody out there watching on at home, please stay safe no matter where you are. We'll try to be our own version of Dick Goddard as much as we can with updates from around the area. The 0-1, Hendershot swing and a miss in the dirt. Count now 0-2 in the time locally as well, 6:19. And I think a lot of the local games just hoping to get through it quickly. But of course right now a deadlock here. 2-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Schneider's 0-2. Hendershot chops it over towards first, and it's going to boot off of Himes. And the leadoff man is on with an E3. And that'll set up the top of the order here nicely with Cam Burton stepping in. Getting a base runner on immediately. The dream start for the Alliance Aviators. How important is that for them right now?
I mean, that's huge. You look at it, like you said, deadlocked. I mean, we've been stuck 2-2 for quite some time now. But the Aviators now have a great opportunity to kind of get out of that slump.
And, of course, there is still some action in the Massillon bullpen with Wyford. And he might have a chance to come in here soon. And bunt is shown. The runner will go. KB does get the bunt down. Hendershot, he is safe at second. That throw is high, but it is in time. And nobody was at third. That could have been a free pass for Hendershot.
probably heard someone yelling below us, Cohen, what are you doing?
That was a free pass to third.
Yeah.
That is a heartbreaker right there. But now here comes D'Angelo Fisk with a chance to drive in a run.
Coach Graff's probably over there on third telling the boy how lucky he is that Cohen didn't run.
I'm sure he said something along those lines. Probably nicer than that.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised to see another bunt here, though. I think this is where you let D'Angelo Fisk do his thing. He had a base knock his last time up. And he will swing right away, and it is down in left field. Hendershot, they will send him home. Now he will retreat. That is the right call. Put him at the corners for Bo Davis.
I was going to say, good call there. Don't want to get too antsy after you missed your opportunity, so good call by Cohen, sticking back. Aviators now with giving Bo Davis a big chance to take the lead.
And I think it is going to be Reese Wyford facing Bo Davis. The infield is called in. The manager is out. And that is going to do it for John Schneider today. A solid outing for him. 4 1/3 innings work today. 2 runs allowed, could be a third. But here comes the junior, Reese Wyford. When we return, call to the bullpen for Massillon. 2-2 your score on SmeeSports.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
The call to the bullpen has been made by Massillon in the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Reese Wyford, the junior, coming on for the Tigers. 2-2 your score, and it is Bo Davis stepping into the batter's box as well. From what we have seen, rain could be anywhere from 5 minutes to 43 minutes away, at least light rain. The storm's coming still at around 8 to 9 p.m., so the hope is get out of here in a timely fashion, or if you're Alliance, score 1 run here, see lightning, and you win.
I mean, that would be beautiful if you're Alliance, but, we'll just see how Mother Nature responds to that.
And there's nothing saying that they wouldn't finish the game when Alliance goes to Massillon.
That's also true.
But runners at first and third here, and I think obviously the easy choice for Alliance is to send D'Angelo Fisk. Now, what's the play? Do you throw down and hope your cut gets home in time? No, I think you eat it. But I think, to kind of call this one, Fisk goes, Davis takes. We'll see if that happens. Fisk goes, Davis takes, and they throw down for the cutoff. 2/3 of that was right. But exactly what I thought. Honestly, you don't really mess with that one. You don't. But runners at second and third, and they will intentionally walk Bo Davis. They do not want the smoke of Bo Nose.
I don't know if you heard from the Alliance Aviator dugout, but somebody said, that's very smart.
Is it, though? Here comes Lincoln Reese.
I was going to say, but now you got Lincoln Reese, and I don't know if, they're pretty comparable players.
Batman and Robin, pretty much. or Batman and Superman, if you will. Two really powerful hitters for these Aviators. And Reese will take strike one. One down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Of course, your play is at the plate. Corners are in for Massillon. The back of the infield, second and short. They are at a decent depth, ready for a twist. Pretty much what you would expect from a standard bases loaded procedure tied up late in the game. The 0-1, up and out, evening things up. After Reese, it turns to Ganny, then Iki. Next inning, though, for Massillon, it goes back to the top of their order with Jenkins, followed by Randolph and Himes. And, of course, Himes last time up denied of a great opportunity for a triple as he was gunned out going towards third. Still a double, though, in the book. And Wyford, he will step off of the rubber. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. But, of course, the Storms, they are slowly but surely getting closer and closer. Wyford's 1-1. Reese takes ball 2. And I know Stark Sports coverage, he is up at Perry tonight. It looked dark in his highlights that he was posting.
Yeah, I was going to say, you showed me that, and I was like, oh, that's not a great look, but it means we got a little bit more time, I guess.
Knock on wood. Oh, there's some wood right here. Reese again takes on the outer edge. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. A very patient approach here from Lincoln Reese. A lot more patient than I expected. But all it takes is 1 swing of the bat either way. Double play ball gets you out of the inning. Base knock probably brings in 2, but at a minimum 1. What a pivotal pitch here for Wyford. The 2-2. Reese thought about it, and there is strike 3. There's out number 2, but that one looked to be for the Worms.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Lincoln, they are serious. That is a terrible call. First strikeout of the day for Wyford. I'm sorry, that was worm food.
Number 14, Jackson Ganny.
Bases remain loaded with 2 down, but how?
I'm keeping my tongue is tied right now. I'm not.
The
not
cat
gonna
has
say
your
anything.
tongue?
Yeah, I'm gonna let the dugout do the talking there. I think I heard Coach Long a little bit.
And now it's a passed ball, and Alliance says, ball, don't lie. The Aviators are back on top.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're still in my lines. Animosity. It's here between these two Stark County Giants.
I don't know if you heard me, but I may have chuckled a little bit there.
And the dugout is letting them know now. But Alliance up 3-2, and Ganny a chance to really extend this lead. But that is the 3rd run today for Alliance to score on a passed ball. They have scored 0 runs today on a ball put in play.
It's crazy.
How obscure is that? I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Here's the 1-0. And again, it's a passed ball. For the 4th time today, the Aviators scored on a wild pitch.
What? That is insane.
Talk about a anomaly in the sport of baseball. I'm utterly stunned. 2-0 count here. Just a runner over at 3rd now.
Ganny's got his Intimidator badges on. I think that's what it might be.
Imagine if it happens one more time. But first, there is a ball on the field. That would be the most obscure thing ever if Alliance scores 5 runs today on passed balls. 4 in its own right is absurd. Wyford's 2-0. Fouled back now, 2-1. And I think anytime that ball goes to the backstop, the Massilon fans take a deep breath in. Big exhale out.
You heard me. I got breathing through my teeth there.
Some breathing exercises.
Yeah,
We'll call it that.
You could call it that.
Count now 2-1 on Jackson Ganny. 1 for 2 so far today. And he will chop this one over towards 3rd. The throw across the diamond is just in time, and the side is retired. But not before the Aviators on 2 pass balls plate 2 runs. To the 6th inning we go in 8 down. It's the Aviators up 4-2 on Massillon. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
To the 6th inning we go at Alliance High School, and what an absurd game we have on hand today. 4-2 your score, but Cooper, has Alliance scored a run today on a ball put in play?
No.
Have they scored on passed balls?
Yes.
That's it. Ground ball over towards Woods at third. His throw to Ganny on the one hop is clean for out number 1. And, of course, a big pick there from the sophomore first baseman. And that'll put away Noah Jenkins. But now the Aviators are 5 outs away from getting out of here with a very scrappy and unorthodox win.
And so here's where I was going is, if Alliance does come away with the win, who do you give player of the game to?
I have my player in mind. I'm just not going to bring it up. I pointed to him. For your sake.
I would have to agree with you there.
To me, it's an easy call. A good drive again off towards the right side. Just over D'Lo. An excellent arranging effort from D'Angelo Fisk at second, but just beats him into the outfield. It's a 1-out base knock for Randolph.
Now, if D'Angelo Fisk wasn't 5'8", I think that would have been an out. Obviously, no offense to D'Angelo Fisk. But, I mean, if that was Parker Wood.
Hold on. No, that was DeAngelis that time. We're flipping back to DeAngelis. All the way around the yard, but still. If Fisk caught that, you have to do the caught by Fernando. You have to bring that out.
He was looking like Fernando Tatis with the double jump.
And now we have a lineup card going flying with the umpire. But I think he, just like us, just trying to keep track of all the changes. And you can kind of see it, Bo Davis having a conversation with Will Hines. But Will Himes, a great competitor from the War Cats organization as well. There is a Himes team, I believe, now in 17U. Maybe 18U now. 17U. It has to be 17U, I think. I think we saw them once this summer, but I could be wrong. Emmanuel Patterson, he is now the runner for Massillon. KB able to find the strike zone there. 0-1 the count on Will Himes. A double his last time up. 2 walks before that, but the key is gunned out going to third. And Himes, it's down the left field line this time, and a beeline to the corner. Another great swing from Will Himes, and it's back-to-back doubles. The tying run is now in scoring position for Massillon. And just when you think they are out, the Tigers reel you right back in.
Man, electric.
And we'll watch it back here on the replay, Cooper. Perfect movement on that swing. Perfectly placed it in the corner, and from there it was a sprint around the yard. Could be a jog in the park as well, as here comes Drew Longwell. For Massillon, what an opportunity. 2 runners in scoring position, second and third. This could be your game changer. First pitch high for ball 1. And if Longwell is able to drive in 1, that would be the first earned run of KB's Alliance career.
Which is just a crazy statistic in and of itself.
Because then he played here last year. And here it is, a liner blocked by Iki, and there is no play to make. It is an RBI single for Drew Longwell. Make it 4-3, and just like that, the Tigers are within 1. Iki does his part, though, keeping it in the infield, and that'll keep the tying run at second.
Batting number 9, Isaac Maxine.
But still, one heck of a swing, and you go to Maxheimer now. 2 walks and an RBI single today. Could lightning strike twice for him? That, of course, is his task. 2 on here, 1 down as KB finds the top of the zone for strike 1. But the energy from both sides, it is here and then some right now, Cooper. Talk about one heck of a game in the first full week of the regular season. The 0-1 taking on the inner edge, evening things up. But you would think this is a playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, the energy's here, and it's a little, I mean, I feel like high school baseball, you know, you don't really get the student sections or the packed out crowds, but there's definitely a lot of people here, even from Massillon, and even in maybe not the best weather.
Oh no, 2 balls, 1 strike. But you look at this Massillon group right now, a chance for them to really do some great work. And here's the pitch from KB. There for a strike now, 2-2 the count. In the on-deck circle for Massillon after Maxheimer, it is Hobson. But the tying run, he stands over at second. Here's the 2-2. Popped up off towards the right side. And that one will be caught. Ganny able to track that one down for out number 2. And a big out number 2 at that.
Fantastic work from Ganny. I mean, as always, again, just the defensive anchor of this team. I don't know how many times we have to say it. Him, and then normally we go to KB, but right now, KB, the anchor on the mound for the Aviators. He's done a fantastic job coming in and replacing D'Angelo Fisk.
And with 2 down, here comes Hobson. Once again, you now have your tying run at second. First pitch right in there for strike 1. But for this Massillon group, the fact they got 1 is still huge for them. That'll keep this game very competitive. And that time, Davis, a strong block, and that'll make Himes retreat. Of course, that is his only play there as well. Final score from softball, Norton 10, Canton Central Catholic 1. Of course, Norton a perennial contender. But a 1-1 count now on Hobson. Burton sets and delivers. A pop foul down the right field line. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the bottom of the inning for Alliance, it is Iki, Lyons, and Woods. 6, 7, and 8 due up for A-Town. But all eyes right now on this Tiger offense. Can they get the job done here? 2 on, 2 down. Down by 1. The 1-2, swing and a miss. It is a drop third strike, and they will have to throw down to confirm. It'll bounce in. Ganny is there, and the side is retired. Strikeout number 2 today from Cam Burton gets the job done, and the inning is over. Massillon able still to plate 1. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's Alliance hanging on, up by 1.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Charlie Eke steps in to get things underway in the bottom of the 6th inning. Alliance looking to put on the finishing touches to their offensive performance today. Once again, plating 4 runs, but none scoring on a ball put in play.
That's gonna if this score finishes at 4-3, this will be one of the most infamous weird stat games of all time.
I think if you ask Jeff Graffis what his ideal crazy fantasy win would be, it would be something along the lines of this.
I mean, it has to be. It's just wild.
Preposterous, as you say. Eke on the 1-0 takes now 1-1 the count.
Yeah, definitely unhappy with that. You kind of saw his face. He knew he should have taken on that. Grammar, it's crazy.
You need more of it for that state testing. Here's the 1-1. Just a bit up high. Wyford lobbed that one in there, Zach Greinke style. You know Zach Greinke, or is he before your time?
No, I'm familiar. I mean, he's infamous with those slow pitches.
The ephus.
The ephus.
Eke, a good take there now. 3-1 the count. And you know the Twitter handle, SmeeSports 2024. Where do you think it comes from?
Ah, very clever.
The SmeeSports, my version of the ephus. Back in my baseball days. The more you know. The 3-1, there for strike 2, and we are full. Last time we saw Eke, he struck out looking. Again, it is going to be Wilkes in place of Lyons, then Woods on deck and in the hole for the Aviators. Wyford unable to get Eke there. It is a leadoff walk for the Aviators. And the task at hand is get one more insurance run at least, and then let your offense take care of business in the top of the 7th if possible. But no matter how this game finishes, this will be one of our best games of the season. And as we mentioned, this is only week 1 fully of the season.
Which is just crazy to think about when you look at some of the highlights that we're seeing right now.
And the bunt goes right through, and it will be foul. But Wilkes, the right idea, trying to move Eke along, and I think the Aviators are going to go back to their roots here with some small ball. We saw with Massillon, so why not for A-Town? I really do like the decision if they do it. If they can get it down as well. You do have the corners in for that sake. The 0-1 pulled back and right down Broadway for a strike. So now Wilkes has to protect down 0-2. He had his first career varsity base knock his last time up. Now he will take a second to go and talk to Coach Graffis. What do you think is being said over there?
Well, you see the hand kind of on the back of the neck. Maybe some friendly language. Definitely trying to give Trevin some words of wisdom.
He's a great motivator. Say what you want about Jeff Graffis. You
No,
talk
it's
about a
true.
motivator, that's your guy.
Absolutely.
Now 0-2 on Wilkes. 1 for 1 today. And he will take ball 1 off the plate. Looking ahead to the 7th for Massillon, it is the bottom of their order, but Himes not too far away along with Longwell and Maxheimer. 3, 4, and 5. If you get there, you are in great shape. And that could even mean some insurance on top of it. Count 1-2. Lobbed in and off the plate. We are even. Again, Wyford goes back to that ephus. He's not afraid of it, and I really do respect him for that. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wilkes. Runner on first. Throwback is not in time, and no tag even there from Himes. As well, time locally 6:44, so an hour and 50 minutes in, nearing that 2-hour mark. Still plenty of comments being made from the dugout below us. The 2-2, it is there for strike 3 looking, 1 down. And all evening, the Achilles heel of both sides, it has been that really low strike that, again, is it a strike? I don't know, but the umpire says yes.
Now batting number 10, Parker.
Yes,
Wood.
that describes it perfectly. Cooper, any comments there?
I mean, I'm glad to see the Papa Parker catching on. And, yeah, that low strike definitely, it's a bit of a coin flip sometimes.
First pitch on the outer edge and just on it for strike 1. Now, this is where if you had ABS in the high school game, the amount of emotional head taps that you would see would be insane.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Too many.
Too many.
Count 0-1 on Parker Woods so far today, 1 for 2. That time misses off the plate to even it up. In the on-deck circle for Alliance, it is Cohen Hendershot. Then back to the top we go with KB. And KB, as things stand, is in line for the win. That would be his first of the season. And for his Alliance career, that would be his second. On the 1-1 again on the outer edge, connects. Wyford up 1-2 on Woods. And again, just like the last 2 home games, another great crowd on hand today for Alliance baseball. Wyford looking for out number 2 at the plate. Runner goes, and Woods will foul it off. Iki, plenty of speed. Looking at last season, not too many stolen bases, but he is definitely a guy who can step up to be that base stealer for the Aviators in 2026.
Yeah, I mean, he's very fast, and, you know, during cross-country season, we do some speed workouts, get up at the track. He's always at the front of the pack for sure.
Surprising?
Not surprising.
Count remains 1-2 on Woods. And that time he swings and misses at the eephus. 2 down. And it's back-to-back strikeouts for Wyford. That eephus is nasty, and even Parker Woods, based on his facial reaction, he just knows how good of a pitch it is.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you just got to smile and walk off.
Shake it off, basically.
Yeah.
With 2 down, here comes Cohen Hendershot, the lefty. 0 for 2 so far today. A pop out, and he reached on an error over at first. Iki, he will go. Hendershot chops it over towards first. Himes takes it, flips it to Wyford, and the side is retired. It is a pitcher's fielding play, but Himes credited with the putout. Last 3 outs for Massillon, needing 1 to keep the game going when we return. 4-3 your score. Top of the 7th coming up on SmeeSports. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition. Seven, 8, and 9 due up for Massillon in the top of the 7th inning. Last 3 outs for the Tigers. They need 1 to keep this game going, Cooper. And it's the bottom 3 of their order. Henthorne, Schneider, and Marceric due up. Exciting. The closest finish that we have seen so far today and this season. And you look around the ground, there has really been 0 close games outside of Perry McKinley. But this game, exactly where you want to see it. On the 0-1 drive into left field, and it will fall foul.
Wow.
If that was fair, Henthorne was on his horse cruising. Again, if that's a fair ball, you're talking about Massillon having so much momentum.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be Schneider. It is going to be Wyford coming in to bat for him. Could be an interesting move depending on how it works out for this team, but we're at the point where you want to try some new things out. But a 0-2 count on the lefty Henthorne. 1 for 3 so far today. The pitch from KB, and it is off the plate for ball 1. But a good miss there from Burton.
Yeah, you saw Bo Davis shaking his head. He shaking his head up and down, that is. He likes that one. Keep bringing it.
Me too. This time skied and out of play off towards the old softball field. Once again, as you mentioned, a part of that COVID relief fund money coming in. The new softball diamond, a stone skip off to our left, still on this athletic property. Here's the 1-2, backs him out.
Yeah, kind of just a complex, I would say, up here where you get kind of three fields in a row. Well, 4, I guess, technically.
Here's the 2-2, and he will take ball 3 off the plate. And exactly right, you have Len Dawson, baseball, old softball, new softball. But a full count on Henthorne, and that dugout is fired up for Massillon. KB's payoff pitch, it is in the dirt for ball 4. And the go-ahead, or rather tying run, is at first now. And the go-ahead run in Wyford steps in for the first time today. And for Wyford as the pitcher, he wants to come back on the mound one more time, and he has a great chance to help him out in that department. But for Alliance, the goal is to find some outs here. You need 3 and you win. The bunt, it is down, and it is foul. Count 0-1, and it looks like there is a quick commitment to the small ball mantra. Is this the time for small ball?
Well, I think they saw what Alliance was trying to do. Saw Trevin Wilkes laying down, I think it was 2 right in a row for the Aviators, and maybe they wanted to just match that move.
Could be. Here's the 0-1 from Burton. That bunt, it is down. They thought about the throw to 2. Take the easy out at 1 for out number 1, and that is by far the right call. Before we see Marceric, to stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. And as well, I know we have a lot of new viewers today, so make sure you go down below and subscribe and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload a video or go live for some high school or collegiate coverage in the area. Marceric, rounder, over towards short, a hard hit ball. Ickey's throw to 1 is just in time for out number 2. But back to the top of the order we go, Cooper. Tying run 90 feet away, and here comes Noah Jenkins.
That was 2 straight productive outs, as we like to say. Getting that base runner all the way to 3rd. I mean, it's right there.
The pressure is on now for Massillon. Down to their final outs, and for Alliance, you want to be clean. In the bullpen, it is Blake Hobson warming up for Massillon. If we do see the bottom of the 7th. First pitch there for strike 1. And for Cam Burton, talk about pressure and talk about an opportunity to make a statement early on in the season. Here's the 0-1. It is low and off the plates. Count now even. He is energized, and he knows exactly what this moment means for the Aviators, trying to improve to 2-1. Back at it, KB's 1-1. Low for ball 2. And the on-deck circle, it is going to be a 3rd hitter in that spot. It is going to be Manuel Patterson. We've already seen Randolph and DeAngelis, and we might be seeing a 3rd. The 2-1, a drive down the left field line. It's off of Woods' glove, and we are tied at 4. It's an RBI single for Noah Jenkins, and the honors are even in A-Town. We will see the bottom of the 7th. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I am shocked right now, Cooper. But if you're a Massillon fan, jump around. Talk about a big moment for your ball club.
The biggest of moments. I mean, that's when the lights are shining the brightest, and they're able to make it happen in a big way.
This one fouled away. Safe to say it's the biggest, the largest. Like the little wordplay there?
Yeah. Very clever. Shout out to Big X the Plug, even though we're in Ohio, not in Texas, but regardless.
We have a couple of favored Texans on the channel with Castillo and Bohannon over at KSU Tusk. Runner, he will go. It's a strike. Davis's throw down is not in time. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position, but an 0-2 count on Patterson, the 3rd batter to hit in this spot. Once again, we have seen Randolph, we have seen DeAngelis, and now we see a 3rd. In the on-deck circle, though, it is Will Himes, and if he leads off the 8th, if we get there, a dangerous prospect for this defense. But 2 strikes now on Patterson. Burton trying to keep it tied, heading into the bottom of the 7th. And it's a drive into center field. It's Lincoln Reese. Underneath it, he makes the play, and the side is retired. But hold on a minute. We have some extra baseball coming up, potentially. To the bottom of the 7th inning we go, thanks to Noah Jenkins. 4-4 your score as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it right here. Yeah, that's right. 4-4 ball game. The game is in a weather delay. Cooper, reports where we saw lightning during the inning, which, if they called it there, Alliance would win.
Contra.
Well, we should be back on the air now here, but somehow in some way we had an auto update during the game. I have never seen anything like that, considering we updated the computer today. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm shocked, but you know what? Now the question is who wins. And from what we're hearing, Cooper, Alliance has won.
Yeah, they have to go, because they stopped it in the middle of the inning, they have to revert it back to the score at the end of the 6th.
And there it is. We're confirming we're back on the air here. But Cooper, explain it.
So from what I was hearing is when they stopped it in the middle of the 7th, right? Because Alliance did not get to play at the bottom. They have to revert the score to what it was at the end of the 6th, which was 4-3 Alliance. So because they played enough innings, the game is over. Alliance wins 4-3. But the big debacle down there was Massillon's head coach was trying to argue that no, it should either be a tie and we continue playing at a later period, or they're just trying to figure it out where obviously you don't want to get a loss on your score sheet on your season that is ending due to a rain delay, and like especially like this. I mean, I didn't want the game to end like this either. I thought we'd be having a delay, but
nope.
No dice.
But we'll step aside here one final time, and when we return, I guess we will announce our player of the game, presented by SmeeSports.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition. Welcome back to Alliance High School. In an anticlimactic way, 4-3 your final for those just tuning in or for those joining us again. Massilon tied it in the top of the 7th inning, courtesy of a single from Noah Jenkins. Then they finally called the weather, which we've seen thunder and lightning over the past couple of innings. The run does not count. Final in 6. Alliance is now 2-1 on the year in the most obscure way possible, and your player of the game, because now in this reality, Cam Burton gets the win.
Yeah, I mean, this is potentially one of the strangest games I've ever witnessed. I mean, between Alliance scoring all 4 runs off of pass balls, right? Or game getting called in the middle of the 7th, but you have to go back to the score from the end of the 6th. Even after you've had thunder and lightning all before that, I mean, it's just top to bottom a crazy game. But I would say due to the fact that, well, no one batted in any runs, you have to give player of the game to KB, who came in to relieve D'Angelo Fisk and pitched the rest of the game out, and I guess that'll be a win under his belt, which is, I mean, huge for him.
Kind of give you a weird stat here, Cooper.
Sure.
I don't have the final numbers, but I have been seeing the concurrent viewers throughout the game. The 2 most viewed regular season baseball games we've ever done on SmeeSports, that is not college or high school ball, and specifically for Alliance, are 2 games that either A, didn't finish, or B, finished after another inning started. You know those 2 games?
Is that the St. V's game? And then this
today.
game? Wow.
So basically, when we have views, the game doesn't end in a normal way. Never a dull moment here at SmeeSports, as that is the way we like it. And today's game, a really obscure way to go out, but Alliance gets the win and improves to 2-1 on the year. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe while there is no added cost. It greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. And unfortunately, a shout out to our friends at CVCA Livestream. They're under a weather delay until 7 o'clock. I really hope they play. It's wholly named CVCA, and I kind of want to go home and watch that game. I'm not going to lie to you, Cooper. I'm going to support my alma mater against CVCA, as that has become a really good rivalry. I don't know if you know the history of that, but CVCA a winner at the end of regulation in a playoff game. And yes, they are ready to go in a minute.
I was going to say, I don't know the history, but yeah, weather delays. The weather just seems to be a huge topic of interest right now in Northeast Ohio.
Yep, and best of luck to our friend and our fellow colleague, Nathan Davis, who is starting in goal today for Holy Name, playing lacrosse for his senior year. It's always been great to work with him and cover him during his football days. But looking at our broadcast schedule, if somehow Marlington and Orville play tomorrow, we will not be there, as it is supposed to rain the entire day. And the equipment would say, absolutely not. And I say the same thing. However, there is a way that we're on the air tomorrow. That would be if CCC has their game at against Alliance at CCC canceled and moved to Alliance High School. If that game were to happen here at Alliance High School, we will be here for that game with a 5 p.m. first pitch. If not, our next game is back here on Easter Monday as the Aviators take on the Medina Buckeye Bucks at 5 p.m. But that will do it for us today. A really weird one all the way around. In 6 innings, retrospectively, Alliance gets the win 4-3 over Massillon. And as well, one final thank you goes out to Sports Zone and Heather Prince of Howard Hanna for advertising with us to help make today's telecast possible, along with Channel 1022. But for Cooper Fontaine, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Alliance High School, and we will see you again next time. This has been OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.